Hello, this is Don Anders, and welcome to the Florida Retirement System Podcast. And I'm joined here with Alex Dingman. How you doing, Alex?
I am doing very well. It's always good to talk to you, Don.
Yeah, good to talk to you. You are our co-host, and if you haven't listened to the previous episodes, Alex is also our fictional firefighter for illustrations and ease of use purposes.
Getting pretty good with that hose and that axe, and I'm just going to stop. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He does not.
But in this situation, I am an experienced firefighter here
now,
in Florida.
Alex,
yes,
you don't know this,
okay,
but you have chosen one of the pension options. You have gone in drop, and now you are about to exit drop. Congratulations.
Wow. Okay, man, the time really zooms by, but with your guidance, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. So you're about to exit drop.
Okay.
And you have, what you don't know is you have 3 drop payout options.
Okay. And I'm going to need you to help me here.
That's
because, I'm not good with option stuff.
And we're going to go, it's important for these drop payout options. So we're actually going to do it over 3 different episodes.
Yep.
So this episode, we're going to go over drop payout option 1. Now, you get your drop packet, your drop exit packet, about 3 to 4 months before you exit.
Okay.
Now, if you decide to exit early, you need to let your employer know so they can generate the paperwork. But if you were exiting on your normal exit date, 5 years down the road or 8 years, depending on your employer, it's going to automatically generate about 4 months before. And in there's going to be 2 forms. One goes to your employer, one goes to whoever you're working with, and that's the drop payout options, okay? There's also 4 other forms. If you go to our YouTube page, you can just Google Anders and Anders Financial Group YouTube, and we actually have a playlist of how to fill out every single form on there.
Oh, very helpful.
Okay,
that's
so if you need help with that, great. But the point of this is the drop payout options. So drop payout option 1, let's go over that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So we have cute nicknames for all of them. So
fun.
Yeah, we like to call the drop payout option 1 the I Love Uncle Sam option.
I love Uncle Sam option. Okay, and I don't know if very many of our listeners will.
No, I think everybody.
We love America.
Yeah. And by the way, everyone should pay their fair share of taxes.
Sure.
But not more than their fair share of taxes.
Never.
So we discussed that the average drop amount is $142,000 in the state of Florida. If you choose pension option 1, what they do is they will cut you a check for 80% of the money and send 20% to the IRS because you have chosen for it all to be taxable this year.
Okay.
And, we'll hear people all the time that go, yeah, but you're going to have to pay taxes now or later anyways, right?
Sure.
Well, in the United States, it's not a flat tax. You are taxed based on how much income you earn in a given year.
Yep.
And most people, if you tack on $142,000 worth of income, they're going to be in a completely different tax bracket than they were or they should be. So usually what most people do is they will take the money and they'll spread it out using options 2 and 3, and they'll spread out the tax liability. Now, if let's say this is a second job, let's say it's a smaller drop amount, and it's not going to throw you in another tax bracket, you can choose this, and they're going to send you just a check. So if it's not going to throw you into another tax bracket, then you can do that. So what my recommendation is, if you're thinking about doing pension option 1, you can talk to us, talk to a CPA, talk to somebody about it to see how much taxes you're going to pay. Because if you're normally in a 15% tax bracket, and by taking that option, it's going to throw you into a 35% tax bracket, you just paid 20% more than you actually had to.
So again, this really speaks to not making decisions necessarily on your own, because this can really make a huge difference. I mean, sure, it's only 3 options. Maybe one of those options is what most of your friends or other coworkers do, but that doesn't mean it's right for you.
Yeah, and we'll get people a lot of times. Yeah, listen, most people hopefully only retire once in their life. It's not something you have a lot of practice at.
Sure.
And if you do it right, you should only retire once, unless you really want to go back to work because you love it. But if these little mistakes can be avoided. People like me, my firm, we retire multiple people every single week from the FRS. So we know the pitfalls, we know what can happen. So you want to make sure that you're talking to somebody that has that experience. And we'll hear people that, the reasons that they want to take option 1 is, well, I don't want my money stuck in the FRS. Well, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to pay all those taxes just because you don't want it there. Or my cousin said to take it out. Or, it's things like that can be really dangerous. So, a lot of times we'll do dinner seminars, those types of things. And if we do one, a lot of times we'll bring up this, I Love Uncle Sam option. And that's usually after the seminar, someone comes up and is like, yeah, my wife kicked me because that was the option I was going to take, and now I have to come in and meet with you. So if you're thinking about that, we can help you with it. Talk to somebody. It's really easy to avoid all those extra taxes, because if you take your money and then you roll it over somewhere, then we can, control how and when you're taxed and make sure that you're just paying your fair share, not more. And that's what we're going to be getting into with options number 2 and 3.
All right, let's move on. I'm excited for the cute nicknames that they have, Don.
You will like them.
All right, very good.
The purpose of this podcast is for educational purposes only. If you want more information, more education, please visit www.frsdrop.com. And that's our webpage where you can download more information. You can register for one of our webinars. You can even request an appointment for our team. And let me stress, this is education and information. Recommendations are for clients. They're for people that we actually meet with. And if you'd like to meet with us, we work all throughout the state of Florida. We'd love to do that, and you can also do that on that website. So once again, www.frsdrop.com. And one last thing before we go, this is a serial podcast. So meaning it's going to be about 15 episodes explaining the Florida retirement system. But please make sure that you subscribe, because if there's any types of updates or anything pertinent to your retirement, we're going to update it on this podcast. There might end up being multiple updates that would be very important to you. So make sure you subscribe, because then you'll get an alert that there's a new episode. Also, if you have someone that would benefit from this, someone that you work with, someone that you know that's in the Florida retirement system, please consider sharing this with them. And please consider giving us a 5-star review.
Don Anders is an investment advisor representative and insurance professional, helping individuals create financial strategies using a variety of investment and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Insurance and annuity product guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. We are not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agencies. Securities and advisory services offered through Madison Avenue Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC, and a registered investment advisor. Madison Avenue Securities and Don Anders are not affiliated companies.